Hello everyone, how's it going? I'm WoWcrendor, and welcome to another episode of World of Crendor. I don't know which number we're on, cause I forgot. So, it's an episode. Yay. Okay, so, let's dive right into it. First question. Mr. Crendor, recently Blizzard released a batch of information about Mist of Pandaria, and one of the things they released was the final raid of Pandaria, a raid into Orgrimmar to depose Garrosh. Depose? Is that a word? Maybe. Many people find this very disappointing and we're looking forward to waiting in suspense for the last patch of Mist of Pandaria to see what it would have in store for the players. I personally was not upset at all about the release of info because it gave me something to look forward to about after I got to level 90, but many people think that it ruined the expansion almost completely because we now know who the final boss is. Do you have any thoughts on this outburst of rage? Thank you for taking the time to read this. Asralon. Asralon? Asralon. I don't know. I tried. So, I guess the main question is, do you think revealing that Garrosh is, like, one of the final fights in this expansion, or the final raid in this expansion, is that spoiling the game? But I don't think that's spoiling it, because, I mean, when you think back to it, we knew Deathwing, we knew Illidan, and we knew, what's his name? Arthas. So, I don't think knowing the final boss ruins it. But granted, this situation is kind of different because it's not you know, a main villain, but I think people knew Garrosh was gonna get kicked out, and you know, they'd go through the expansion and be like, when's it gonna happen? When's it gonna happen? And eventually they'd find out anyway. So I mean, I don't think that's gonna make people less excited about it. I think it's cool. I think the fact that there's gonna be a raid in which you have to take down Garrosh is, like, amazing. I haven't actually heard anything about this, so when I read this I was like, whoa. Whoa. But I'm excited. I like it a lot better than, for example, Deathwing. I really didn't care about Deathwing. I've said this before, but I'll say it again. I really didn't care about it. I was like, oh, we'll kill Deathwing. Arthas I did care about. BC with Illidan, I actually didn't do that much Black Temple. And then Vanilla, I did like everything, but I think it'll be fun. I'm looking forward to it, as well as all the Pandaland stuff. So, what do you think? Leave your comment in the comment section below, and we can discuss things and stuff. Okay? Okay. Next question. Hello, WoWcrendor. I am a level 85 Dwarf Hunter. I am wondering about whether or not Blizzard should add in some more professions. I have seen many of my friends saying that they could add in a tree cutting and woodworking. Add in tree cutting and woodworking, not a tree cutting. I spent way too long on that. Are there any other professions that you think Blizzard should add in if you think there I can't read today. I can never read. Need to be more professions for stuff for people to do. Thanks for taking my question. Keep up the great work on your videos. My friend and I are great fans of your videos. With all due respect, Glafurge. Hey, thanks for your video watching. I appreciate it. So, should there be more professions? Specifically, in this instance, tree cutting or woodworking. And I've always wanted some sort of tree cutting thing in WoW, because I mean, I've always thought that, but what would it be used for? You would need, tree cutting would be like a gathering thing. It would be, you would chop down the trees and use that lumber and the wood to make something, whether it be player housing. I mean, that actually could happen, but then again, Blizzard's like, we're never doing that. But then again, they've said that to a lot of things, and did it anyway. Where am I going? Oh yeah. So, oh yeah, that's what woodworking is, herp derp, but that woodworking would need to craft things that, like, I guess you'd make bows, but does blacksmithing make bows? I don't know. I'm just asking a bunch of questions, not actually answering the question, but I do think they should add more professions, because professions, I don't think they play a huge role in WoW. I mean, they did add archaeology last expansion, but, well, that's also, I mean, archaeology was just kind of meh. It depends. It depends how amazing it would be. I think if it had something as big as player housing, and you could craft, like, things out of wood, like furniture, that'd be pretty cool and useful. So that'd probably have to be a secondary profession, otherwise a bunch of people would take that as their primary. So I don't know. If it was a secondary profession, I think tree cutting and woodworking would be cool if you had things such as player housing. But if you didn't, then what are you gonna make? You're gonna make, like, bows, you could make wooden toy train sets, I don't know. Like, there's not that much I can think of. Like, there has to be furniture and, I don't know. If you have an idea for a profession, leave that in the comments below, because right now my mind is blank. I'm, like, trying to think of something for profession-wise or woodworking-wise, and I can't, so help me out. Help me out. Okay? Well, that's a high one. Okay? Okay. Next question. Hi, Crendor. I'd just like to know your opinion on the Elder Scrolls Online. I think it is getting too much hate because it has some aspects from WoW. Every time a new MMORPG releases, random people always say, World of Warcraft clone. In my opinion, the only way to kill World of Warcraft is to have some aspects from it. Because if it doesn't, people also say, this game sucks, it isn't like WoW. What's your opinion on all of this? Smiley face. Well, this is a trickier question because, like you say, people, every time a game will come out, they'll be like, WoW clone, and if it's not like WoW, they'll be like, this isn't like WoW, WoW's better. So, you know, you have to redo, like, the whole RPG scene if you want to be different from WoW. The problem is with things like Star Wars, it was a good game, it was just like WoW. And after a while of playing it, and there's no endgame content really, and, you know, maybe some people like it, I don't know, but people have nostalgia with WoW, and they have time invested with WoW, and they're like, oh, well, I might as well just go back to playing WoW then, because I already invested so much into it. So that is part of the problem with that. But Elder Scrolls Online, to me, is just a money. I feel like they're just going for the money. Like, hey, let's make an MMO and see if we can make a bunch of money off it. That's all I see. Like, it may as well just be called Elder Scrolls Money, because I don't think they really want, like, I don't think they were in a room like, oh, we need to make an MMO and we need to make it groundbreaking. I feel like they're just like, yo, we should make an MMO because people like our RPGs and we can make money off it. And they'd be like, yeah! Like, that's how I feel about it. But, I mean, you do need to borrow things from WoW, because WoW borrowed things from other RPGs like EverQuest. And what you do is you take those things and you improve upon them. Because when you improve upon it, people forget about the old way, like, oh, this is a lot better. But when you do it the same, then it's a copy, and when you do it worse, then it's just really bad. So, I think I talked about this before. I talked about this before as well, but my opinion on Elder Scrolls Online is that it's gonna be more of the same. Guild Wars 2 is probably the only real hope for MMORPGs, that is, in the near future. For something different from WoW, at least, so. Yeah. Next question. Hello, Crendor. My question is quite simply, what did you think about Diablo 3? What class did you play, and are you happy you chose that class? Ryan. I bought Diablo 3. Well, I got Diablo 3 the day it came out just because I had the WoW annual pass thing, and I was like, awesome, I got Diablo 3. And Air 37 happened, and then I played the game, and I picked a wizard because I played a witch doctor in beta, and I remember it being pretty fun, but I was like, I want to try something different because I played that in beta. And I'm not a big fan of melee classes, and I didn't really like the demon hunter all that much. So I was like, I like casters, so I picked the wizard. And I'm pretty happy with it. I was happy with it, and I still am happy with it. And right now I'm like level 46-ish, around there. Pretty sure I'm 46, and I'm enjoying it. I beat the game on normal. The story was not the greatest. It was a pretty generic story. Like, I could see a lot of the things happening. Like that one kid, if you haven't played it, you probably shouldn't listen, but I feel like most people here have listened to it or played it. Like that one kid, like you could tell he was the demon guy. That little prince kid, you could tell. Like, I didn't think it was that hard to figure out. And then Leah's storyline was blah, but I mean, I feel like they didn't work that hard on the story. I feel like they just wanted to make Diablo 3 and we're like, hey, let's make a generic story so we can make this game that'll sell. I don't know. It wasn't... I don't know. I just turned that into a song so it didn't become awkward. Even though that probably did make it awkward. But, gameplay-wise, I like it. Because the hack and slash is awesome. I enjoy killing zombies and leveling up, or zombies? Demons. This isn't a zombie game. If you want to play a zombie game, you can go play the other 8 billion zombie games out there. But overall, I'm really enjoying Diablo 3. And I think a lot of it's because I also have flashbacks to MU online, which was like the first MMORPG I ever played, and I didn't even know about Diablo, and that game was, all it was a Diablo clone put online, and but when you're, I don't know, I was like 14. When you're 14, you don't care. You're just like, oh my god, this game is awesome. I'm gonna play it all the time. And that's how I remember it. So now when I'm playing Diablo 3, I'm like, this is a lot like MU, even though it's based off Diablo. So yeah, that's my story. And I'm sticking to it. Okay? Okay. And the final question. Greetings, WoWcrendor. This is for your random section for your videos. I have always wondered this, but in your WoW videos, is it your voice just in different tone pitch, or do you Is that my phone? I don't know. I thought I heard my phone. I'm hearing things. I have always wondered this, but in your WoW videos, is it your voice just in a different tone pitch, or do you have others to help you with the voicing in your videos, like Billy, the Go Guy, etc.? Thanks, Death Boney. I do all my voices. I do them all. Hey, I'm Billy! Or go, it's all mine. Morgan Freeman, actually. But, I mainly did that because I don't like relying on other people for things such as voices. Like, hey, get me these voices by tomorrow, and then they don't do it. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna do all my voices. And it turns out, I do a half-decent job at it. So that's what I do. I enjoy doing my own voices. I'm not a professional voice actor by any means, but I would hope to. I think I could do a cartoon. I could do one voice in a cartoon. I think I could. Whether it was with my normal voice, which is like, hey, how's it going? I'm a cartoon character. I could do that. I could. And then there's the Meatwad voice, which I could be the backup to Meatwad. I really could. I could just be like, how you doing, everybody? I'm the backup to Meatwad. Nobody could tell the difference. They might, if I was really bad at it for that day, but when you're doing the recordings, you'd get multiple recordings, so I would make it sound perfect each time. It would be excelente. It would. I don't even know if excelente is an actual term for Spanish speaking, but I like to say it because it makes me seem like I kind of know Spanish, even though it doesn't. It does the opposite because it would show that I don't know Spanish. Okay, I'm diving way too deep into this, and I'm done. I'm done. We're done. So that's it for this episode of World of Crendor. If you have a question, you can email that question into worldofcrendor@gmail.com, and it may get answered on the next episode. Okay? Okay. Bye.